Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. In this video, I'll be talking about the dark side of the consulting world. On this specific channel, I have talked a lot about positives of consulting, why you should get into consulting, and what are the 3 or 4 things that you can actually learn from consulting, right? In this video, I'm going to talk about the other end of the spectrum. So let's get started right away with this video. The first thing that I want to touch upon is, hey, you will not get an opportunity to manage large teams as a consultant. You will typically be looking at 3 to 4 member teams or 5 member teams. That's it. That's the extent to which you will go. Even if you spend 5 years, 6 years in consulting, probably you'll be managing a 5 member team, right? On the other hand, if you go into operations, if you go into manufacturing, if you go into other setups, you will be managing 50 people, 70 people, 100 people, so on and so forth, right? So this is not a job where you will pick up that people management skill, right? In the sense, you will be managing clients, you will be managing stakeholders at the highest level, but you don't interact on a day-to-day basis with a large number of people, okay? That is one of the biggest reasons why people don't join consulting. And if you go into the interview setup and say that, hey, by the way, I want to actually get into consulting because I can manage large teams, then you know that, hey, you are actually getting into the interview without a clear understanding of what is happening on the ground. The immediate question is, hey, why do you actually don't manage such a large team? As a consultant, what you are doing is you are going to a client site and trying to build a strategy for the client with respect to how they should be doing certain things. And to build that strategy, you don't need 200 people. All you need is a small group of 3 to 4 people working in collaboration with the client team so that the strategy comes out very well and it can be executed in a proper way. That's it. That's the whole focus of the consulting setup. So you don't need 100 people, 200 people in this kind of activity. That's the reason why you don't even get there. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about with respect to consulting is that, hey, you are not taking the ownership of execution. Let me be very specific again. In terms of strategy consulting firms like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, you are not taking ownership of the strategy that you are recommending. As a consultant, you go to a particular client and you then say to the client that, hey, this is your 5 years vision document. Okay, these are the things that you need to do over the next 5 years. Or these are the things which you need to do with respect to your marketing strategy, ops strategy, finance strategy, so on and so forth. But you don't actually help the client with implementation in majority of the cases. Why that is important is that you don't take the ownership of the problem in that scenario. You help the client with the strategy, that's it. That's where you walk out and you probably jump into another client setup. Now the client has to take the recommendations from you. They have to organize a small team within their company and start executing on all the recommendations that are coming from McKinsey, BCG, Bain, or any other strategy consulting firm. Right? That's a very tough ask, and you as a consultant probably would never learn how do you actually implement these things. So it is okay at the start of your career to not think about execution, but in the long run, this might start limiting you to certain roles within the strategy departments itself, right? You might go on to become a strategy officer or a chief marketing officer or some of these kind of roles within huge corporations, but you won't get into the actual day-to-day ops kind of roles going forward. That's the second reason that you need to think about, hey, what is the thing that you want to do in the long run? And would you develop that skill in the consulting setup versus not? You won't manage large teams. You are not involved in implementation. So would these things hamper your growth going forward? And to take a step back, if you are just getting started with consulting straight out of your undergrad college or straight out of your MBA college, it's a great place to build your network. It's a great place to actually start thinking about structured communication, structured problem solving, and developing these muscles. But over the long run, if you want to take ownership of the project, people move out of consulting and get into the industry. Okay, that's number 2. The third thing which I want to mention is about lifestyle. Yes, there is no denial of the fact that you will spend a lot of time working. 12 to 14 hour days probably are common. You will spend a lot of time traveling. You are not with your family every single day, right? And all of these things probably don't matter in your early 20s or like hey, in your early 30s. But as time progresses, you probably want to spend a little more time with your family. And that's exactly what happened with me. I had a young kid, a boy, his name is Ishan. He's 4 years old now. But when he was literally 4 months old, I decided to quit consulting because hey, it was not possible for me to spend enough time with him. I was traveling Monday to Thursday and I was getting completely exhausted over on a Saturday and Sunday. And again, pack my bags and get on a flight on Monday morning. So this routine kind of like is very difficult when you have kids. And that is one of the biggest reason why people leave consulting again. So these are the three things, guys. You are not taking ownership of the solution. You are not getting involved in the implementation, and you are not managing large teams, and lifestyle will start becoming an issue if you start spending a lot of time in the consulting world. But again, taking a step back, if you are in early stages of your career, this is the best place for you to network and also grow at the same time. So think about it and take a rational decision. Please do hit on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Please let me know if you want me to make more such kind of realistic videos. Thank you so much, guys, and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.